a president. You do have to give him respect.
Respect for a president is definitely not owed. And how many times were you saying that Biden had dementia? How many times were you saying that Kamala Harris was cackling?
You know what, Mike?
How many times did you say that Obama was born in Kenya? I do respect the office of the presidency of the United States of America. And in fact, it is because I have so much respect for the office of the presidency that I dislike and disdain Trump so much because of the grave tarnish that he is placing on it.
Hi, I want you to debate my grandma.
Is she with you?
Yeah, she's downstairs.
Okay.
Grandma, can you pause the TV? Okay. I have Dean Withers on right now. I want you to debate him. Oh my God. Okay, here.
Hello, Grandma.
Hi.
Hi. So,
how are you?
Well, I'm just doing great. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you.
Of course. So I'm hearing that you're a Trump supporter, and it looks like your granddaughter should join my live, and what we do here is I just debate Trump supporters.
Okay.
And she was like, "I'd like you to debate my grandma." It sounds like she maybe ran over to you and passed you the phone. Are you interested in having a conversation with me about American politics?
She she told me this a while back, and I got to watching you, and I see how you work and everything, and I do enjoy watching you. So, but yeah, this was kind of a surprise, but well, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you for being down for it, even though it was, a surprise. Go ahead and take it away. Tell us why you support Trump.
Well, I support Donald Trump because he has a heart for America. He is what I call a true patriot. And I will always support anyone who is for America. And the division that's going on now is really sad for America. And all Trump is trying to do now is to bring it back to where we all are united.
Okay. So I'm actually going to try a new debate tactic on you. I don't have a name for it yet. I will probably inevitably coin it and have a name for this tactic that I'm going to employ here. So instead of calling it by name, I'm just going to describe it to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume a couple foundational values that you just described of yourself to also be true for myself, just for our debate. Like, for instance, you told us that you will always support people that love America and are true patriots. So while we're having this debate, I'm also going to assume that value. And I'm going to say, from my perspective, I will also always support people that love America and are true patriots.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I still want to support Trump, even if I assume those values, is because I don't think he is a patriot. I think he is the furthest thing away from a patriot that we see in American politics today and have for a long time. Okay? And the reason why I say this is because patriots don't just support America, but they also support core American values. Do you agree?
I agree with that.
And a lot of core American values all link right back to our Constitution. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree.
And I think that Go ahead.
I also believe that what the younger generations have been told, and from the fake news that is out there, which is all lies, and it can all be proven otherwise. Everything in his life. Now, I am 66 years old. I've been around when Trump and seen him. He has never been in any trouble. There's been why wasn't the girls that he supposedly had raped?
Hey, make sure to keep make sure if you say stuff like that, make sure you
I have to say things. Okay. I'm sorry.
TikTok doesn't moderate it.
I don't know, Okay. But if something indeed happened like that, to where everybody thinks that he's a rapist and a liar, I've never heard him lie. about anything. I've never heard him lie about anything.
Oh.
All I believe is that you have heard is that he lies. And you took that and you ran with it.
Oh, I think that we're just going to go ahead and shift our conversation. See, I was, obviously originally going to have a conversation with you about how Donald Trump is the furthest thing away from a patriot because he doesn't support the Constitution. And in the last 200 days, he's infringed on the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. He's called for a termination of the 20th.
No, he has not. He has not.
Yeah,
How did he infringe on the First Amendment?
For sure.
Tell me that. Yeah. Come on, bring it on.
Yesterday, he said media organizations don't have the legal right to criticize him.
And he said this where?
On Air Force One. He told a journalist that he wants to take away the licenses of media organizations.
He would like to, because they have lied. Do you realize that? Do you know who owns the media and 96% of the media? Do you know who own it?
Don't say
George Soros,
Okay.
Obama's,
Oh, geez.
and the Clintons.
Okay. All right.
And you know that in 2014, Obama signed the Mockingbird Law to where the news media won't be liable if they lie to the public. And that's all they've done to you is lie to the public. Everything that is going on that I see good with Trump, they twist it and turn it into something where he's a dictator.
Can you give me an example?
Well, there's so many examples.
Choose one.
Okay, so like when when he's trying to clean up the cities, like we want. Okay, he's trying to clean up the cities. The media is trying to act like, oh, they're bleeding hearts, and we care so much about the homeless, and we care about people. And the Democrats are just putting on a front.
Well, I'll tell you why. It's because point number one, we know Trump doesn't care about violent crime. He pardoned violent criminals that tried to kill cops on January 6th, like DJ Rodriguez, then labeled them patriots.
Who? No, that's a lie.
His name's DJ
There was
Rodriguez.
no cops killed that day.
I said tried to kill
There
cops.
was no cops.
I said try to kill
A
cops.
cop died the day after, and he died of a heart attack, and he was a mega.
DJ Rodriguez took a stun gun and drove it into the neck of Officer Fanone on the steps of the Capitol on January 6th. Officer Fanone then suffered a heart attack because of that. DJ Rodriguez then pled guilty to this to the FBI and got sentenced to 12 years in jail, 4 years into his term. First day of Trump's second term, Donald Trump turned around, gave him a full and complete presidential pardon, and labeled him as patriot. Obviously,
And
Donald
then we
Trump
have
does not care
people
about violent
that
crime
say
if he's
they're
letting violent
patriots.
criminals out of jail.
And then we have people that say they're patriots, which you say you're a patriot, so I'm trying to respect that.
What does this have to do with
But
my
yet-
argument that he
but-
doesn't care about violent crime because he is now letting violent
Because he
criminals out of jail?
does. And for one thing, he's your president right now.
He is my
Give him
president.
a little respect. You know, if people would come together with a little respect and stop treating each other like we're some cult and like we're some disease, when actually you guys are the minority here. He's our president. We voted him in.
Okay. I don't owe anyone my respect. Respect, especially from an individual in a position of power.
He's a president. You do have to give him respect.
Respect for a president is definitely not owed. In fact, it is.
That's the difference between us.
I will tell you why. We should never by default. Okay. And how many times were you saying that Biden had dementia? How many times were you saying that
I never
Kamala
did.
Harris was cackling?
You know what,
How
do you
many
know
times
what?
did you
I
say that
never did.
Obama was born in Kenya? How many times did you say that Clinton was the worst thing ever? How many times did you say that
Never.
Al Gore was the worst thing since the Revolutionary War and he was just a tree-hugging liberal hippie? Come on.
And I'll be honest, I never have. And I don't like people talking about Biden. He's sick. He's very sick right now, and he was sick through his whole presidency.
Now let me go ahead and
And
describe
I
it.
felt bad for him. So don't put me on the level that, don't ever bring me down to the level where people need to hate each other because of my thoughts.
Wait, so we
Okay?
shouldn't hate each other?
You said what my thoughts were.
Wait, so
I'm sorry. You
I've-
might get told what your thoughts are.
I have a question. If somebody
don't.
doesn't respect you, do you owe them respect by default back?
I really don't care.
Answer my question. please.
Honestly, I don't care. I'll still give them respect.
But do you-
Because
but
I'm
would you
a
condemn those?
decent person.
Would you condemn those that would say otherwise? So, like, for instance, if somebody literally says that they hate me, would I be wrong if I were to just simply not give them my respect?
Not at all. If someone hated you, I wouldn't like them very much. I don't like people who hate.
Really? Let's go ahead and listen to the clip together.
I want to thank Republican congressmen and women because what they did is incredible last night. And the Senate, the Republican Senate, we got, not with all of the things we did with the tax cuts and rebuilding our military, not one Democrat voted for us. And I think we use it in the campaign that's coming up, the midterms, because we got to beat them. But all of the things that we've given, and they wouldn't vote only because they hate Trump. But I hate them too, you know that? So it's sort of, I really do, I hate them. I cannot stand them because I really believe they hate our country.
You just said it. You said, should I give somebody respect who hates me?
And
you
said
just
no.
said it.
And you said no.
And I said no. I don't think he needs to give respect to those who really show hate to him.
Well, what you're saying is that I don't need to give respect to him either.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Yeah, you did. You said you need to respect him because he's your president.
As a civilization that has been, that's kind of a broad term these days after the last 4 years with Biden's administration. That's kind of a broad term, I think. But as a whole, he's your president.
Listen,
and you need to have that kind of respect.
Listen, I'll be honest.
I've seen your respect you have, and I appreciate that. And I tell you what, you wasn't treated very good at all for showing emotion. Can't you show emotion? Can't you?
Don't. I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna have that one with you.
You're not allowed to show emotion.
I think that.
Why?
I think that you are probably
Because you're a crying liberal.
I think that you are probably the last individual on the face of planet Earth that I'd be willing to have that conversation with. Now to get back to Trump.
I bet.
Now to get back.
I bet.
Now to get back to Trump once again.
Okay.
I want to be clear here. So you told me that I need to respect him.
I give you props for that.
Now to get back to Trump, I want to be clear here. You told me that I have to respect him because he's the president, and the office of the presidency is warranting of respect. So I want to be clear when I say this.
Sure.
I do respect the office of the presidency of the United States of America. And in fact, it is because I have so much respect for the office of the presidency that I dislike and disdain Trump so much because of the grave tarnish that he is placing on it. The president is somebody who should be a public servant for the people that plays by the rules. Donald Trump, on the other hand, wants to be an all-powerful leader who's not for the people, but rather for himself, that sets the rules. If him getting Jimmy Kimmel canceled off of air because Jimmy Kimmel said something that he didn't...
I see how blind you are.
I'd really appreciate it if you could allow me to finish speaking.
Okay.
If him getting Jimmy Kimmel kicked off air because Jimmy Kimmel said something he didn't like proves it, I don't know what will, okay? If him signing the big, beautiful bill into law that is now reducing the purchasing power of half of Americans didn't prove it, I don't know what will. If him turning around and pardoning 72 violent offenders that beat up and tried to kill cops on January 6th didn't prove it, I don't know what will. If him sitting on national television slandering the woman he raped and saying she deserves to be thrown in jail didn't prove it, I don't know what will. Okay?
Well,
if him infringing upon our Constitution by attempting to ban birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants by passing Executive Order number 14160 that it is explicitly unconstitutional because that right is guaranteed to them, doesn't prove it, I don't know what will.
Yeah. You twisted everything. Trump never did anything. He has a whole bunch of attorneys that are just constitutional attorneys because he wants to do things right.
Okay.
And he's been marred.
So then tell me why he tried to ban birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants. That is explicitly unconstitutional.
He wanted to get people out of here. People were coming to our country, and we were paying billions of dollars for them. And a lot of them are running around hotels, messing up hotels. New Yorkers will tell you. People will tell you if they would speak out and not be afraid.
How many billions of dollars?
Well, over 60 billion in 1 year.
Really? Because they pay $100
Yeah.
billion in taxes per year. You just told us that undocumented
I didn't
immigrants
pay-
give
I
us a
didn't-
total of $40 billion per year.
I don't care. For him he wanted to make sure that America was safe enough where people weren't coming over here and just having babies and being an anchor for them to live here.
Wait. If you wouldn't care about
Yeah.
our country making $40 billion, then why would you care about our country losing 60?
Do you know how much he made in tariffs?
The
In
money
one
that was
weekend?
disproportionately paid for by low-income Americans and that he blew times 10 on the most expensive
tariffs?
bill in American history?
No, the money that he's getting from other countries that Joe Biden had tariffs on us also, but he wouldn't implement them. He wouldn't make the other countries pay.
Okay, how much did he make off of the
Biden
tariff?
and Trump is, and that makes him a dictator
How much?
too.
How much?
I'm just sick of
well,
the rhetoric.
actually, fun fact here. So a dictator would be somebody that wants to consolidate power to themselves, taking it out of other vested interests. In America,
He doesn't
that would
want it
be
for himself.
one moment. That would be the Constitution or Congress. We had a federal appeals court rule not even a month ago that yes, the tariffs that Donald Trump imposed were in violation of the American Constitution, as that power was vested in Congress and
how'd
close
that
to
go?
500 people, not him. So in
How'd
fact,
that go?
yeah, Donald Trump imposing those tariffs was circumventing power vested in the Constitution,
How'd that
delegated to Congress.
How'd that go? Because all it did was bring money to Americans to where we're not going to have to pay taxes.
How much money?
As time goes on.
How much money?
Well, for one thing, he brought in $500 billion one weekend from the Japanese as a one-time payment.
For investment in
And
American
then-
industries?
I don't know. It's from the Japanese. Do we get stuff from American industries from Japanese?
Yeah, that
no.
was that
we
was
get it
all
from
this money.
Japan.
All this
That's
money
why
was
they need to
supposedly
pay us tariffs.
all this money was supposedly like an investment in American industries. Did you know that investment in American industries has actually been going down?
Hey, I know that things have been going up. I don't care
Really?
what kind of rhetoric you want to put on.
Look at this
but things
graph.
are going up.
So what
Looks
you'll see
up to me.
So this graph is
Oh, whoa, a little curve, a little whoop.
so
I'm not worried about that.
This is tracking
I lost
investment.
300,000 the first 60 days of Biden's term.
So this
So
investment
you're
is
not
tracking,
telling me nothing.
This investment is tracking the little curve that you just talked about. This is tracking
Yeah.
investment in American industries. You'll see under the
And
Biden.
this is 2024. Let's
so-
get real. Let's see what it's doing today.
So today, the most recent point on the graph that you see there at the end would be the second quarter of 2025, which you see is actually down from the last
I
quarter
see no
of 2024 under Biden.
2025 on my screen.
It's the
I
last
see
point.
2024.
Dude, 2024 is the line immediately
Dude,
above
I'm
the text.
a female. I'm grandma. No duding.
I apologize, Grandma. I kind of
You're
used
cute, but no dudes.
Okay, so it's wrong to misgender people? Thank you. Okay, anyways.
Oh, excuse me. Gender is not a who you are.
401k sure went up because of the tariffs.
Yeah, yay. But gender is not. Gender's made up in your own mind. Gender is mythical.
Gender is a
And
social...
I'm sorry if people feel that way.
You just said that gender's made up in your own mind. Actually, yeah. it
You're
is-
either male or female.
Wait. Gender is
I
made
can't
up.
be a male.
Wait. 1 second. Gender is made up in minds, as it is an immaterial social construct. That was very progressive of you.
Well, okay. Yeah. Thank you. I have my moments.
Go ahead.
But I'm not here to talk about genders or anything. Singly, I love everybody. I don't have a problem with anybody. I just don't like being called names because I'm mega, because I do have respect for my president. And there's no need for that. And what do you guys get out of it? You just look like mean dividers is what you look like.
Oh, but then Donald Trump is a respectable patriot when he has a snarky nickname for every Democrat in Congress, right?
They're scum. Some of them are scum, and you know it.
You just said that you don't like being called names because you're MAGA, but then like 3 seconds after, you then turn around and call all Democrats scum.
You're talking about Donald Trump. You're not talking me.
Which one is it here? No, you
I've
said
been called every name.
you said they're scum. So why is it wrong to like berate
right.
somebody for being MAGA, but
Trump
then in the
is
same
right,
breath
and
you get
people
to call
need to
all
know
Democrats
that.
scum?
Yeah, they are. A lot of them are.
Okay,
They
so
have done nothing
so
but destroy this country, and look how you guys act.
Democrats have done nothing to but destroy this country. Okay, name one bad bill that the
have
Biden
not-
Harris administration passed that destroyed this country. One.
One, they were acting like some bill like Donald Trump had his hand in it, and it was for border control, but it wasn't for our borders. And you people don't get that, do you?
Name
that was
one.
60,
You're not even answering my question.
$60 million.
So the question that I asked, the question that I asked was, what is one bill they passed that was bad for America?
Well, for one thing, they want to censor our speech and make us say genders for people, or it's going to be, and that's taken away from my Constitution.
Wait. Did the Biden-Harris administration ever threaten to revoke the license of Fox News for saying that gender identity of trans individuals is invalid? No.
I don't know.
Wait, what did Donald Trump do yesterday? Once again, he's threatened to suspend and revoke the licenses of all media organizations that
And
merely
they deserve
criticize him.
it.
So I think it is incredibly funny for you to sit here and suggest that the left wants to censor your speech, right, about gender. Meanwhile, your president, Mr. Trump, the patriot he is actively threatening to revoke the license of any media organization that does as much as speaks negatively upon him. Okay. This is what I call, and any reasonable person should call, a hypocritical double standard. And it doesn't matter how many ways I try to address this to you, to speak it to make it clear, you will never see it, even though the point is right in front of you. You are a member of a cult every single day.
He was making a point. He can't wave a wand and take away licenses and stuff. He was saying, I wish they would. And I do too. I'm tired of people getting lies.
Really? So I just want to make it clear that left is trying to censor your speech when they ask you to respect the gender identity of trans individuals. But when Donald Trump threatens to revoke the permits of media organizations that speak negatively upon him, he's not trying to censor your speech, but is rather merely making a point? Wait, which one is it? Are we making points here, or are we censoring speech? Because you
He
can't have
uses
two different
sarcasm
conclusions.
a lot, can't you? Can you handle sarcasm?
So
You people can't. You crying liberals. You can't handle sarcasm or the truth.
well, actually, you can't handle the truth because you
And
assume
that's
anything
where
that
we
is the
part.
truth about Trump that is wrong is not true, but is rather sarcasm. You are denying the truth and basically calling it a joke or sarcastic just because you can't cope with the fact that your patriot president is seemingly contradicting the values that you think you hold to be clear, such as upholding the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and expression in media.
So tell me, how do you feel about everything that's going on? What do you feel when someone tells you the truth and the media has been lying to you and you are brainwashed? How does that make you feel? Because I don't like to be telling people that. It's kind of a warning to people. But this is what's going on. How do you feel when people tell you that? Do you ever get alone and think, wow, am I wrong?
Specifically, what have I been brainwashed?
I've done that.
Very specifically, what have I been brainwashed into thinking?
You've been brainwashed, for one, into thinking that Donald Trump is the monster of all scums.
Well, I mean, I typically...
And he's not.
Okay, really?
Look at his children.
Okay.
Look at his children.
Okay.
Look at.
I'm going to go to put
the
something
only
on your
other
screen.
person. Sure.
I want you to read this, okay? I want you to read this. Let me go ahead and downsize it a little bit for you. I'm just going to go ahead and down, because you said that I've been brainwashed into thinking that Donald Trump is a monster. I'm actually going to go ahead and read this off for you. So this is a letter that Donald Trump had sent to Jeffrey Epstein in 2003.
Right.
So it says, voiceover, there must be more to life than having everything. Donald says, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey says, nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald says, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey says, yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald says, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey says, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Donald says, a pal's a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every new day be another wonderful secret. And this is something that the best thing of one of the most prolific notorious child sex traffickers had sent to said child sex trafficker, outlined by the depiction of a picture of the naked body of either a woman or girl. And you're telling me this guy's not a monster?
No, he's not a monster. That's not. That has been in the Democrats' hands for the last 4 years. Why didn't they allow the Epstein files to be opened then?
Actually, no.
Why are they keeping it hush?
Actually, no. This was just submitted by Epstein's estate to Congress last month. This isn't something they've always had.
Because Trump's been asking for everything. wants everything out there. I don't think he's a child molester.
Wait, he wants everything out there? Wait.
Victims.
He told you to stop supporting him if you want the Epstein files released. He doesn't want everything out there. He told you to stop supporting him.
Who told you that? What CNN reporter told you that?
No CNN reporters own tweets on Truth Social. He went on Truth Social and he said, "Oh, why is everyone still talking about the fake news Democrat hoax Epstein files? Dude, we just need to let it rest. We need to forget about this Jeffrey Epstein guy. Never knew him and never will." He did. He told us.
Were you watching the night that all the victims were together and they said they're going to make their own list?
Oh, yeah.
Were you around? Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. The same night where Thomas Massie and Representative Ro Khanna were in Congress trying to actively get votes for the full release of the Epstein files, then Trump's White House said, if you vote for the full release of the Epstein files, you are acting in defiance of the administration. Yes, I do remember that day, ma'am.
Yeah, I do too. And they said Trump was never on that island.
No, they
did.
Play the clip.
And just like the January 6th, go back to Nancy Pelosi. She blew it. Her daughter was making a documentary of everything that night, and Nancy blew it. Nancy did not call any. It's been blown out.
It was Nancy Pelosi.
Wait,
I just have a question. So it was Nancy Pelosi. She was the one that had the power to deploy the National Guard, not Trump.
Oh yeah, don't you know how it works in Washington D.C.? I'll learn you.
Okay, so then when Donald Trump deployed the National Guard in Washington D.C., he was defined power vested in the Speaker of the House?
That would be the case. That's why he did not do it last time.
Oh no, he did. He did this time. He deployed the National Guard in D.C. He wants to deploy the National Guard in Chicago. He put them down there to get the criminals off the street. Yes, he was.
He always have taken the right steps. He wasn't able to deploy them, and there's five different letters.
Not only did he deploy the National Guard in D.C., he patrolled the streets of D.C. with the National Guard at night. That is something that he did.
After he became president. You're
were you
getting that. No, you're wrong.
Were you just selectively not watching TV? Were you just selectively not watching Newsmax and Fox News when he nationalized the National Guard in D.C.?
Why are you trying to twist it? Why are you trying to twist it?
Well, I'm just simply showing you because you just told us that the president didn't have.
I was talking.
You're telling us, you're telling us that Trump didn't have the ability to deploy the National Guard in D.C. on January 6th. So why did he have the ability to deploy the National Guard in D.C. last month?
Let me learn you a little bit. The mayor of Washington, D.C., she has more power than the House Speaker.
There's not a mayor.
And the House Speaker has more power. There is. Her name is Baum or something like that. You look it up.
Yeah, you're right.
There is a mayor.
I'm wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know I'm right.
Yeah, you finally schooled me.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And that's how it works. He kept sending letters asking for the National Guard at that time, back in 2020. He was asking for and they kept saying no. And the reason was because they were plotting this demise to make Trump look bad, just like COVID. You know, COVID has been blown sky high, and the mainstream media that you listen to,
how old are you?
90s. 66.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. COVID was devised by Obama. He had paid the Wuhan labs.
Do you know what the mortality rate of COVID is for individuals in your age bracket?
I don't care.
5%.
I'm covered. I don't fear man or what he's doing.
5%. If you got COVID, there's a 5% chance of you dying.
Okay. I'm 66. In 4 years, I'll be 70. There's a big chance of me dying.
Do you know 20 people that are the same age as you?
No, not at all.
Okay, imagine that
I'm the oldest.
Imagine that you knew 20 people that were around the same age as you. If you all got COVID, one of your friends would die.
Okay.
So is that not a big deal?
Why did they unleash it on us, huh? Why did the Democrats unleash it? No, I'm telling you something. I'm telling you more truth here.
Wait, who was president when COVID started in America?
Like you just found out with a mayor.
Who was president when COVID started in America?
Yeah.
Who was president?
No, it didn't start in America. America wouldn't allow.
In America, who was president? Trump.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, it was made. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. She was talking to me. You're not hearing me when I'm not trying to talk over you. Sorry. Yeah, Trump was the president.
Trump did COVID. Trump did COVID.
6 weeks before COVID came out, Fauci, and you can look it up on the internet, for the video, he's saying we have a surprise for Trump. It was COVID. They had paid. Obama paid 70.
So Dr. Fauci just blew the conspiracy theory on live TV. You're telling me that Obama, that Clinton, that Fauci, they were all working in cahoots. They're all working in cahoots with the devil to like unleash this super virus that would inevitably kill millions of people. And you're telling me that Dr. Fauci just dropped the ball and let it loose on live TV because he was too excited?
They don't care how many. They didn't care how many people died. Just as long as Donald Trump looks bad.
But like if it was seriously like some massive conspiracy, right? That they manufactured, that they planned, that they were in head of. Why would they go on live TV and say that this is going to happen?
Wake up. Wake up. Epstein's Island has Obama's mausoleum there that the Muslims bow down to. His perfect replica is on the island. Do you know that? You guys don't know a lot of details.
I have to kick her. What the fuck? She's crazy. She's full QAnon. That is the craziest guess I've had on my life, with maybe a handful of exceptions. Actually, you know what? The more I think about it, she might have been the craziest guess ever. Because when I'm like thinking here, like maybe like what are some guests that are like crazier than her? I'm like the first thing that comes to mind are like the guests that will like listen to the clip of like Donald Trump like hitting, like saying that he like would sexually perv on like naked girls and defend it. Like that's like the one thing I could think of that is like a crazier than maybe some of the things that she said. But based on what she said, I think if I were to have played her that clip, she would have defended it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's the craziest guess I've ever had in my life.